Yeah. The geeks are in the house, in the studio, doing the dance and talking about, well, actually, two things. You mentioned we're going to talk about Snapchat and Vine today.
Yes, the theme.
I know what they are, but
right.
I don't use them.
Well, the theme is apps that we're too old to understand. Fortunately, I have my own media lab, which is called Spying on My 17-Year-Old Daughter.
Okay.
So Facebook is where your kids will post things they want you to see.
Right.
But these apps are places where they still feel they're safe and they're among their own people.
Well, Snapchat has become famous for sexting. I mean, that's one thing you think about when you think about Snapchat. You say there's a little more to it.
There's a lot more to Snapchat. 100 million users. It is a platform, and they've made a couple of interesting changes that I think are why it's really taking off.
Yeah, so what, old people like us start to get interested in. I mean, originally, when we were looking at Snapchat, this was like back in 2013, the only person that I might, sext to would be Ryan.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing.
But now they have something called stories, right?
Right.
And stories actually provide like a longer sort of story. It can be short videos, and it extends over a period of time, 24 hours, and then it's gone. And then the other thing that is pretty new is called Discover. And Discover is Snapchat's attempt to try to get brands to put stories on there. But it's more than just a story, because those brands could be CNN, it could be Yahoo News, it could be places like National Geographic.
So those are companies that are actually trying Snapchat as a way of getting information out there?
Right, absolutely.
Out there?
Although I would tell you that I would imagine my daughter, for example, will not be watching CNN on Snapchat.
Yeah.
But still, the idea that you can create media that vanishes essentially is really empowering and freeing for them.
But that's not an absolute, right? I mean, because we were talking before, even with Snapchat, you can always screen capture whatever's on there.
So if I could take a screen capture of what you've sent me, but it will tell you that happened. But certainly if you commit a crime, like it's in the headlines as well, probably don't take a Snapchat of that.
Yeah, you've read about a murder case where the person was captured by sending a Snapchat. Okay, the other one is Vine. Let's get to that quickly.
Sure.
And that's a video loop of how many seconds is it?
6 seconds.
6 seconds. It's a loop, right?
So it's its own platform again, and it's a place where there are celebrities that we don't even know about. And because it's about 6 seconds, it's a platform for 6 seconds comedy skits that happen very quickly. People create music that repeats, or there are people that have a following there that almost the Beatles would have that I've never heard of.
Okay, local and global. Who are some of the local
this
stars?
guy, Jerome Jarre, he actually is out of France, but he went to New York, and he's really popular with Vine. And they did a meetup in Iceland. He thought maybe they'd have 20 people there. They had like 5,000 people there. So it's just like a mob. And he actually goes around and does these sort of prank vines. And people look at him and go, "Oh, you're the guy on Vine."
Oh wow! So so locally.
Locally, there's an enormous number of people that have major followings as well. Kat Lud is one. She's a musician, and she takes advantage of the 6 second loop so that her music sounds like it's an ongoing song, even though it is repeating over and over again.
And we were chatting about this just before we came on the air, and then I was looking at my phone, and Downy, the fabric softener, is using Vine as a way to promote itself on Twitter.
And it's all about how clever you can be with that format.
With 6 seconds. Right. Fascinating. Okay, and the guys are on the radio again tonight, Hawaii Public Radio at 5 o'clock.
That's right.
And 89.3 is the frequency, and tonight you're talking
We're going to talk about small business innovation and research. So more about what some of the companies are doing with their research and how they get some funding.
It's always a fun day when the geeks are here. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more Sunrise in just a couple of minutes. Thanks, guys. Good job. And on the dancing especially.